I'll cry if this starts misfiring. You know what? Being self-employed, it is bloody hard.
I've had my first scare just coming up to a roundabout. The pedal totally dropped to the floor.
Right, we're going to start with the spark plugs on this Lexus. So we've got 3 down the front there and 3 down the back here. So airbox has got to come out, and I believe the intake manifold has got to come out too. Right, with the airbox out of the way, you can see what a daft design this is. So very accessible. You've got one there, that's accessible, and then this inlet manifold has got to come off. So you've got a couple of bolts down here. I'd imagine it bolts to the throttle body as well. Really odd design. Alright, just before I go taking this inlet manifold off, I'm just going to give all this a bit of a hoover up. Alright, that's everything removed, all the bolts are out, intake is out, these coolant lines going to the throttle body are out. Let's just take that off so I don't lose it. Plugs are out, so see the movement there, and I think it's just got to come off of these studs, or I might try and take these studs out if it's a problem. There's got to be something back here holding it, I feel. Yeah, maybe it's not ready to come out. There's a bracket just up the back that I think is holding it. Let's try and get around there. Right, it's actually been about 45 minutes since I said it was ready to come out, and I'll show you why. If this comes off, even this is stuck here. Okay, one more thing to remove. Oh, what a pain, what a pain. So the inlet manifold is held together, or held with bolts, one here and one here. Goes into there, goes into there, goes into the side. But this one, someone had done up stupidly tight and was very difficult to access. So I ended up taking off the throttle body completely. But now we can finally get to them. Dreadful design. So first 3 spark plugs are out. These 3. I've just taken this one out, so I'm going to see the state of it and see if it looks any different to those ones. Not really. I think these have been done, which is good. Right, just like that, it's all done. I say just like that, but a bit of an annoying job really. Book time, manufacturer's book time, I've just checked, 1.5 hours to do that. Took me a little bit over. I'll cry if this starts misfiring. I'm going to turn it on, change the oil, and then I've got its twin to do the rear shoes. So I wasn't actually scheduled to do this service today, but yeah, it was a bit of mixed communication. It needs the timing belt doing on this as well, so I was going to do the service and the timing belt all together another day. So yeah, at least I got this one job out of the way anyway. Right, let's start it up. Right, we're ready. Okay. Right, that service is done on that one. Just doing the handbrake cable on this one, so shoes are apart. If you didn't see last week's video or the week before that, put new pads and discs on, caliper on the other side, but this side the handbrake just kept on locking up. I'd wind the adjuster in just until the discs locked, back it off a couple, and then there was either no handbrake at all on this side or it was permanently on. There was no in between. So yeah, suggested new cables because this spring was mega tight. So yeah, just gonna get crack on with this and then I'll show you all done. Right, that's one side done, and I hate to admit it, but these shoes were the longest part. Cable went in no problem, goes down there, all along here under this cover, and joins just in the middle. But I hate doing shoes, especially these just seem designed crap. So I think I'm going to cancel my next job. It was only some brakes on my road for a neighbour. I'm going to do them tomorrow before I head off to mechanics in Surrey. I've got a service to do as well, but this is only one side and it's taken me far longer than I'd like to admit. So yeah, hopefully if you guys feel my pain doing shoes, let me know. Let's put this disc on and hope it's cured the problem we had before. As you see, it's starting to get dark. The other side is done. I've not yet got under the car and let the jack down. So I've just got to put the disc on, adjust everything up and hope this is fixed. Handbrake is on, or foot brake is on. Got the lever bar on, it's not going anywhere. Same this side, this was the troublesome side. Now the problem was when I took the handbrake off, the little foot pedal down there, that's free. And that is free. Job done. Sling all my tools in my van, in a mess, and go home. Good morning everyone, it's Tuesday and I'm at a neighbour's house doing their brakes, and I weren't lying yesterday when I said I just threw all my tools in. Even some got landed in the drawer. You know, I could lie to you and clean it all up and go, you know, I finish every day clean. But the reality is, sometimes you just want to get home. Anyway, got the top done, Phoenix Light 2. We've wound back the pistons already, so we're just going to crack on. You can just see the discs in there. And we've got a service to go do, and then we're going to mechanics in Surrey. We're going to go see Marvellous, Baz and Jimmy O'Reilly. Those are the other guys that are going to be there. Hopefully some other mechanics I might know from Instagram. But is there anybody else on YouTube apart from us four that do that kind of content for mechanics? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know any and I don't follow any. So yeah, let me know. Alright, we're on our next job, just an oil change. But an oil change isn't just an oil change when you've got this out. So last year, or about a year and a half ago, when I took this sump plug out, someone had over tightened it and put a load of sealant around it. So when I serviced it, this did go up, but it didn't torque to spec. It nipped up and it wasn't leaking. And I told the customer just to keep an eye on it. But I've just looked underneath and it was leaking. So I've got the sump repair kit out. So you've got all these little, what are these called? Stocks and taps. There we go. And then obviously the replacement plugs and new washers. So I've got one on the ratchet there, and then what we do is just get it in there. Come on. You get the idea. I need to. I'm in a rush. So this is the replacement plug. That should just go in there. We should be able to get a washer on there, tighten it up. Lovely. Right, moment of truth, 25 newton meters. Lovely. That ain't gonna leak. We'll clean that up and drop some oil in, and then we'll check it. Right, we are filled with oil. No more leaks. Another job on this is we've got to replace the wiper arm because it's snapped off, but this piece here, this inner piece, this metal sleeve, is stuck on there, and the problem being is I've got no heat because I bought MAP gas, and basically it was 40, so yeah, I haven't topped that up, so not sure how I'm going to get this off without a bit of heat. Right, I've very gingerly, I don't know if you can pick it up on my camera, but I've cut a little slot in there, so maybe now if I get a little hammer and chisel just to crack that off. Okay, I've managed to get a little piece off. Hopefully the rest should be easy for you guys to see. You're currently in between my legs. Lovely. There we go. Ha. Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday. The sun is shining. And I'm back on this Audi TT. I say back on this Audi TT. Long time subscribers know. He's got this silver one, he's got a black one, and he's got an S3. And I think this was picked up on an MOT. Split CV boot. Now, to get the drive shaft out, we've got to undo this lower arm. So we've got 3 16 mils here, but I've already tried and they're very tight, and these are known for snapping. Or I could try and undo the ball joint. That would just be a bit of a trickier one to get in and out. We've got obviously the drive shaft bolt to come out. I will try these again. If we have to put a new ball joint on it, we will. Yeah, let's go. Let's see what happens. Yes, and I just want to say, yesterday I filmed very quickly and in a bit of a rush because I was heading down to Mechanics. It's like a trade show down in Surrey, if you don't know. Down at Sandown Racecourse. Met up with a few of the guys, Baz Meredith, Marvellous, Marvellous Lara, Jimmy O'Reilly, and RMS Diagnostics, the boys down there. I'll leave links to all of their channels if you don't know who they are or somehow don't follow them already. Subscribe to their channels as well. Subscribe to my channel as well if you're not subscribed. But anyway, let's crack on with this. So a little while back I bought this set of Allen key sockets specifically for a TT, and it's come in useful. Way too small. What's that size? 19. That's too big. Of course it'll be the one I don't try. There we go. 17 mil Allen key. Right, so obviously that's quite tight. The screw for the brake disc to hold it to the hub is missing. So I've got bolt in there, punch in there. Now let's see. That is on there, pretty tight. Okay, we've got the big bar on it. It's moving. Right, we've got it moving. So let's see if the gun moves it now. Hey, lovely. Right, hopefully this drive shaft, yes, nice and loose. Right, that's the boot off. Now I'm going to try something I've seen online, which I've not actually tried before. Is you wind this in, and it should start winding the boot out. Well, that hasn't worked. The bolt is not long enough to push that out. So that's good, isn't it? It's pulled it out a little bit. We'll try it again. Well, it came off, not too difficult. There's that and that. The spring is still on there. Such a messy job. Horrible, messy job. Right, the boot is on, and it took ages to get over this lip. Very, very tight, these aftermarket boots. Plastic, polyurethane, whatever you want to call these things. So yeah, new clip and shims, I guess you want to call them. They're on, so we just got to pop the CV boot back on, CV joint. That's all packed out with new grease. Once that's just popped on, we'll pop a load of grease in here because it's messy. I might even do that now actually. I had to take the whole drive shaft out. It just, the CV boot joint just was not going on. It was being an absolute arse. Even off the car, it was just. You know what? Being self-employed, it is bloody hard. You've got to be motivated 24/7. And I'm not talking 9 to 5, it's 24/7. You never stop thinking about work. You never stop having to work. You know, your physical side is 9 to 5, plus the phone calls, plus the bookings, plus the parts, plus the quotes, the invoicing. And then you get home and you're still doing it, and then a job like this comes up which should be fairly easy, and it just takes all my, I don't know, effort to actually do it just because of something simple, because you're always on it, always active. It just seems like a bigger task than it is. And the thing that has annoyed me about this job in particular is I don't normally offer people just doing CV boots. It's a drive shaft or nothing for me. But this is a regular customer, you know, so I'm trying to save him a bit more money. But the toll sometimes this job has on you, it's not easy, man. I think I'm going to call it quits after this job. His other car needs a service. It's got an engine light on as well. I might just have a look at the engine light, but I can't be asked to do the service. Yeah, like it really shows. If my mind's not in the game, it shows in my work. It shows in my preparation. Anyway, let's throw this back together and call it a day. Tell you what, when things don't go your way, they really don't go your way. Drive shafts back out. CV joint won't go back into the hub. No matter what I do, won't go back in. I've ordered a new drive shaft. I'm not around any longer. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Right, so I packed up and went to go get a haircut. It's quite therapeutic being in the barber's chair, so yeah, I've calmed down a little bit now. And I didn't tell you as well, before I went to that Audi TT, I went to go to service my mate's, or my brother-in-law's mum's car. I'd worked on her car previously when I first started. She had a little red Kia. So this morning, going to pick up the parts, I messaged the brother-in-law saying, what's the reg on your mum's car, mate? Oh, he was like, oh, I don't know. And I said, is it the little red car she's got? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. So I've already got the reg from a few years ago. Got all the service parts for it. Full service. I've pulled up at her work. She works at a school. Picked her up and we drove round. It's quite a big school. Drove round the back. Pulled up next to some cars in the car park. And she goes, here we are. And I've looked at it. And it's a new car. It's a newer small red Kia. So, yeah, a bit of wires crossed there. So that's just a little, yeah, taste of how the day went. You know, didn't go well. But trying to be positive. It's not all doom and gloom. Looking fresh. I found a new barber. My one was busy, so I walked down the road and found this other one, and he's done a good job. And he's listened to what I wanted, whereas the others, sometimes they just cut away. So anyway, I'm home. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day. We've got a couple of little should be easy jobs. Right, see you tomorrow. Right, welcome back. Welcome back, like it's another video. It's Thursday and we've got this 4 Series. It's a bit loud. I'm right next to a busy road, so see how much filming we get done with the noise. But he's got a decat on this and I think he's selling it or whatever, so he just wants the original cap put back on, which we've got. Bit of a pain. It's a gravel driveway, or it was the DPF, sorry. So it's just down there, and we've got a jack in the middle, axle stand at the back, a jack here, ramp here. We've got to get under, but it does feel quite sketchy. It's very awkward. I didn't expect it to be on a gravel driveway, but here we are. Right, let's get cracking, see if we can get out of here. Right, here's a better angle down here, I think. So this is the pipe we're removing. We've got a 13mm nut there. We've got one the other side there. You've got a clamp up the top there, clamp here. And on first inspection, it looks like it should all, I can't see, come down through this little gap. Famous last words. So I've got the top clamp undone, this clamp undone. It is loose. I'll try and get a spare hand. Right, so it's just got to come out of this sleeve here. But if you look a bit further up,
There's definitely oil or water and oil mixing there going through the turbo, and there was a big puff of smoke as I started it up, so yeah, that's not too good. But I think I might have to drop this exhaust a little bit to get this out, which is annoying. So old delete pipe is out. Got the new one here. We just got to change over the sensors. Hopefully someone hasn't done these up stupidly tight. That one's come undone. The second one, nice. But yeah, you can see this exhaust pipe, there's just tons of oil in there. Look at that, it's all milky as well. It looks like it's been mixing with coolant. Not good. Right, that is the DPF fitted back down there somewhere. So, just need to start it up, check for leaks. All good down there. Right, so BMW's done. In the end, I had to take the O2 sensors out of the cat and feed it in without those on, because it was a lot thicker than the D-cap pipe. So I think I said DPF at the start of that job, you know. Yeah, so I did have a cancellation or someone rearrange, which I weren't too fussed about. And then I've got a service to go do, but I've then just had a phone call from another customer, friend of the channel, VW Crafter, that's been on here many times. He's broken down and it's not starting, so I'm going to head to that and try and see what's going on with that. So we'll see you there. Right, we're just following the broken down vehicle now. So I got there and it would crank, but it would not start. Sprayed a bit of brake cleaner down the intake and it would fire up. So I said to him, well, how much fuel you got in there? He said it's low, but it's not empty. So yeah, just went to go get some fuel, put 5 litres in, give it a bit of a crank. I did give the tank a bit of a slap too, because I couldn't hear the fuel pump priming. But yeah, it's running and I'm just following him to the petrol garage to stick some more diesel in and then just make sure it starts. Well, it did start as I left the petrol garage. He's called me and it's not starting again, so go back to it. Once again, a little bit of a spray down the intake pipe and literally the tiniest of amounts and it fired up. So I'm just following him again. I'm just going to follow him home or to the pub, obviously. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm thinking he hasn't had his fuel filter done for God knows how many years, so that'd be a good place to start. The intermittentness, is that a word? I reckon it could be the fuel pump. I hope it don't break down here on this hill. Please do not break down here. Right, it's Friday. Where did I get to yesterday? Had the breakdown. Did the service. Nothing to see there really. That customer had quite a lot of bad luck with that car or previous cars. So it had been previously serviced. But there was an issue with it making a funny sound and the AA come out, and then she just wanted it, give it a full service, just peace of mind. So I did that, went home, no dramas there. But I'm up the unit today and we're doing something a little different. So I've got someone coming to actually film me repair my Mark V Golf GTI Edition 30. The clutches or the slave cylinder's gone in that, so we're just going to film a video on that today, which you'll see. I'll put maybe little clips here, but he's going to do all the filming and I think the editing, so
Something a little bit different for me. Yeah, it's been a short week, fairly quiet week. What with having half a day off Tuesday. I'm just going to quickly move some cars about in here, so we get it on the ramp. And oh yes, we've got a nice little diesel heater in here now, because last winter was freezing in here. I spent some late nights up here last year, and it was cold to say the least. So that's, I mean, it's a big space, a very big space, and it goes back there as well if you've not seen previous videos. So it won't hold the heat very well, but at least if I get that heater on just pointing in my direction somewhere when I'm working, that'd be great. But yeah, anyway, we'll see you a little bit later on, and then that'll be it for the week. I've got a job tomorrow, but again, servicing brakes. Who wants to see that? Let me know. There's some people on this channel that haven't seen me do that and my processes of how I do brakes and servicing, so let me know. Right, so I'm in the Eddy, as I call it. Me and James call it the Eddy, the Edition 30. We've bled the clutch up. So far I've got a pedal. And at the minute we're driving, so we'll either see you at the unit or at a breakdown. I've had my first scare just coming up to a roundabout. The pedal totally dropped to the floor. I had to start it in first. Oh, and these people are taking forever. And then I've just managed to get it into second. So yeah. Oh no, don't stop, don't stop. Oh, I've got to stop. Oh, come on. Oh, shit.
You don't realise how much you need your clutch, do you?
Oh my days, mate. I'm still in first, still in first. Let's try and get it up to second. Come on. There we go, that's second.
Come on, bye.
Right, this pedal is not going to last. I need to try and get it into third, I think, because we're currently in second, which is fine, but we're going on to a bit of a faster road now, so let me try and get it into third. Hold on, let me try and set the camera up. Right, let's go, baby. Yes, we're in third. See that? No clutch. Straight into third. Come on! Hurry up. There we go. We're in third. We'll be fine for a little while. Just in third gear. Right, so I'm coming up to a roundabout again now. I'm going to try keep it in third. Hopefully nothing's coming. Which way do I want to go? I want to go straight. Luckily nothing's coming to the right. Just keeping it in third. Okay, we're good. It's until we have to stop is the problem. So I'm taking the route which I think will keep us from any traffic lights or potential traffic. So this is a bit of a longer way round, but it's longer, faster roads, hopefully. Right, coming up to a T-junction, car in front hopefully can go, and then if I look to the right, oh, I've been so lucky. There is a car coming, so I've got to put my foot down a little bit, but we're away. We're in third still. You can probably hear the revs really, really high. Oh dear, what an experience. The only problem with doing that is now James is 2 or 3 cars behind me, because I've just had to go. So hopefully I don't come to the next roundabout and have to stop and cause people to beep me. Right, another busy roundabout. I've left a big gap in front.
car in front is gone. Well, no drama there. I think we're going to get to the unit with one mishap. Right, I am back on my road for my unit now, so I will just show you what it entails trying to get this thing started. So I've got it in first. Clutch pedal just sticks completely down at the minute, and if I try and hold you guys there maybe, so I've just got to stick it in first. Typical cars coming, but that's okay. And then if I wanted to get into second, I pull it out of gear and can't match it. There we go, in first. Right, here I am at the end of the day. It is dark, not that you can see there, but you can see out there. Clutch is done, slave cylinder is done. Here it is. Now, I had a bit of I wouldn't say panic, but when I took this gearbox out, I could not see any brake fluid around where the slave cylinder is, and I thought, oh no, because I haven't really diagnosed it. I just assumed it was a slave cylinder because I saw a patch of brake fluid underneath where the gearbox area was on my driveway. So I didn't actually diagnose it, but it's finished and I think it's sorted. There's a couple of bits that went sort of not quite right, but you'll see that in the one-off video coming up soon, so keep an eye out on that. And yeah, hope you've all enjoyed this week. It's been a little bit of a short week, but yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20,000 within the next 6 months. That's what my target is. Within the next 6 months, 20,000 subscribers. So be a part of the journey. Click that button down below. Give the video a like. Give the video a comment. And I'll see you on the next one.